Hello, welcome. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to my health talk. My name is Logan. I'm an intern out at Cleveland University Health Center, located in Overland Park, Kansas. Uh, have you guys ever been to a health talk before, or do you kind of know what to expect? Okay, great. Uh, just by show of hands, how many of you guys have been to a chiropractor or do currently see a chiropractor? Okay, awesome. Awesome. Well, I have a couple goals for us today. My first goal would be for everybody in this room to leave learning something new, having learned something new about health. Second goal would be for a few individuals in this room to potentially having leave this room be inspired to be a healthier individual. Start out, let's do a quick poll, or just a Q&A. Who can tell me the most important organ or organ system in the body? Right? Some might say skin, because without our skin, we'd quickly become dehydrated. We'd lose all the fluid in our body and we'd die. Some might say a heart, because without the heart, how would blood be pumped throughout our body? Oxygen wouldn't get to our muscles and we would die, right? All very valid points, because an organ cannot survive without each organ system. However, the control center of our organ systems is the brain and spinal cord. It's the nervous system, right? It controls everything. Every bodily function you can think of, right? Digesting food, from breathing, our eyes blinking, everything, whether we think about doing it or not doing it, that function is controlled by our nervous system. So, is there one single most important nervous system or one most important organ system in the body? You can't have one without having all of them, but if you were to choose one, I would say the nervous system. So as chiropractors, we hold a few different things true to our heart, right? The first being what we just talked about, the nervous system controls all functions of the body. The second being that health comes from within the human body. So when you come down with the flu, your body gets a fever because it kills off the organism that is causing influenza. That's health from within. Your body intentionally made the fever to protect itself. And then our third point is that we achieve true health without the use of drugs in a non-invasive form. So no drugs, no surgery. So you ask, how can you achieve health? How can you help the nervous system? How can you affect the brain whenever it's under all this bone and through all this armor without surgery? Well, that's exactly what we do in our office. We focus on the structure of your spine. And because your spine and your nervous system have such an intimate relationship, what we do to the spine affects how your nervous system functions. It's pretty crazy, right? So, we know the nervous system is the control center for our whole body. But the control center still has a control center. The epicenter of our nervous system is in our brainstem. Our brainstem sits right here, the top of our neck, right outside of our skull, inside the top bone of our neck, called the atlas. The atlas. When the atlas is out of position, when the atlas is putting extra stress on the brainstem or the spinal cord around it, the atlas or our nervous system is unable to function properly. It's unable to function as optimally as it possibly can. In our office, we focus on the atlas and the bones surrounding it, known as the upper cervical complex. We focus on the position of the bones with the bones around it. We make adjustments specifically to affect the bone. And by doing so, we allow your nervous system to function as best as it can. And when your nervous system functions as best as it can, since your nervous system is you are functioning as best as you can. Now, I'm not gonna lie, it's a very watered down, very simplified version of chiropractic, but I hope that helps you get the gist of what we do. I'm sure that there's a lot of questions, so let's open the floor.